Hey everyone, Julianne Condia here coming at you live from San Jose, California. Eric and I are about to leave to go to an event that is happening at our church. We're so excited. And it has been an amazing day of just being present, an amazing day with connecting with phenomenal people. And I am just so pumped up to share with you a couple of things that I took away from this leadership conference that I was just at. And I love that all of you are hopping on. If you could use the love button so I know you can hear me. This was a big revelation that I had, that whether we're talking about coaching or just making this fitness lifestyle. Thanks, guys. I can see it. Thank you. Hi. Where are you watching from? I want to know. Anyway, something that just like blew my mind, that I was like, oh my gosh, Julianne, like, don't forget how you started. I think a lot of you watch me and maybe it seems unattainable, or it seems really difficult, or maybe you really love your full-time job and the idea of working full-time as a coach isn't something that is your cup of tea. And this really was powerful to me because I started my fitness job having not a lot of time. And I started my journey as a coach working full-time. I built my business doing this part-time. And you see me doing this full-time and it's amazing and I love it, but not everybody is wanting to do that. And I realized, I was like, oh my gosh, like, I feel like you have to think it's one way or the other, and that's not the case. And the really cool thing is that coaching has taught me priorities. It's taught me to create boundaries in my life, but it's also created a structure for me. So I learned to efficiently work my business with 30 minutes to 1 hour a day. And honestly, you guys, so much of coaching is just you bettering yourself with your fitness, your nutrition, and your confidence. I'm not kidding. So basically everything that I do in a boot camp, you working on yourself. I was thinking about it, I was like, man, my challengers in my boot camp are doing this part-time. Like, they're rocking their journey part-time because they have full-time jobs. And hey, Wisconsin, AAA, Minnesota, thanks for hopping on, you guys. And I think it just really hit me where I was like, oh my gosh, like, you can make this work with working full time. And I was talking about it, I used to talk about it like this, where I really think coaching should be your plan A for health. And I think it should be your plan B for finances. And we don't guarantee any type of income. It's all based on your skill. But seriously, the best thing that happens to you is that you become healthy and happier, and you gain confidence and self-love, and you prioritize your health. When you think you have no time, you realize that you do, because you start to minimize watching TV. You start to minimize going out all the time. You start to minimize certain things that aren't serving you. And maybe it's even sacrificing going to Starbucks every week. Maybe it's I used to go to Panera like 3 times a week in Jimmy John's, and you start to sacrifice that stuff to really make this a priority in your life. So, man, I apologize that I really feel like you guys have gotten this idea that the only way to be successful as a coach is doing this full time, and that may be something that you don't even really want or crave yet. And I have to remember how I started. You guys, I started working full time, and I made the choice to leave. I made the choice to leave my full-time job because I had the option. And I know when I started coaching, I knew I would do that eventually. I didn't think I would do it so soon. I loved teaching. And then certain things switched and changed, and I decided to just do this full time. But the thing is I figured out a way to make this work. And honestly, being a coach is just working on your journey. I think people say like, well, I'm not at my goal weight yet, or how can I be inspiring when I'm struggling, and all those things. And that's just it. You are inspiring when you can own your truth and own your struggle and still lean in and work through it, where it's not this line of perfectionism. Plus, no one wants to follow that. No one wants to be a part of that perfectionism. People want to see people who work hard. I think of like Rocky Balboa. where everyone loved Rocky even when he got knocked down and knocked out, right? People loved Rocky Balboa when he was struggling, not just the champion. And I just really believe that people can relate to real people. The not the highlight reel things, but just the real life stuff of like, man, I work 10-hour days and I can fit in a 30-minute workout. I can do that for myself because it gives me more energy, it gives me more clarity, it makes me happier, if that makes sense. Hey, Jess! And I just really feel like I need to step up and say that if you are working full time, you can make this work. And I can just say that because that's what I did. And it wasn't something I had to spend hours and hours and hours of doing. And so I am creating this master marketing plan, or this plan for part-time people, part-time coaches on my team, that I'm wanting to create not so much a schedule, but just a rough outline that of showing you how you can be effective in making this work for you with your self-care. But also, I cannot explain it, that I would love for those of you who would want to do this part-time to have guilt-free stuff that you can get because of what you make financially with coaching. And again, this is something you work towards. This is not something that's automatically given. It's not something that's automatically promised, that this is your own skill and effort. But I want to create a plan for you where you can have guilt-free pedicures. I remember I was like, dang, I just want to pay for my groceries. Like, how nice is that, right? And then it turned into, I just want to pay my car bill. And then it turned into that. And then I was like, I just bought this couch. I would love to pay that in full and not get in debt with that. And it kind of just started building in that way, where I started realizing like, whoa, like because I was doing coaching part-time, and I was working on myself. That's like the best part. I was like, I was becoming the healthiest and happiest version of myself and just sharing my story and helping other people do the same thing. It was super fulfilling, and it honestly made me better, a better wife, a better teacher. It just made me better in life, and taught me how to dream big. And it really all just started with, I would love to pay for my groceries. That was like my first goal that I set. And I just really believe that you don't have to do this full time. Like, that doesn't have to be your reason for doing it. It can really just be your side hustle, like your side thing that you can do guilt-free things, so you don't have to stress about it. And you can also have fun while finding this magnificent purpose in helping others become healthier and happier. And honestly, you guys, people need health for life. Like, you need that. And not only that, on top of this, like, you get a freaking amazing community. Where do you see that? I never see that on social media when it comes to businesses. I don't see people meeting up regularly, and we have this thing called Zoom. It's like Skype. You don't see that. You don't see that camaraderie. You don't see a bunch of people building other people up to be better. And not only that, we see each other in person, like all the time, which is really amazing. And it just fills my cup. So, man, I just really believe that if you work full time and you've been like, I kind of want to know more, like I kind of want to do this. And I always say, like, I want to work with the willing, and I want to work with people that their number one priority first is self-care. That I want to help you business-wise, and I want to teach you how to do that, and I'm good at it. That's like my favorite part. But my number one priority as your mentor and coach is to help you rock your self-care. Like, I have this like pressure on me to make sure that you are getting results with your health and you're feeling strong. And yeah, I just want you to know I don't chase quick fixes. I'm not going to promote unhealthy ways of living just to get you to lose weight or to do all these things. Like, this takes effort. And I just, man, yeah, I just think it's really important for you guys to remember like where I came from. I completely built this working full time, and this was my side thing. And then it ended up surpassing my teaching income, and I had the choice to leave. And then I more than doubled, tripled that. And I was like, this, yeah, like and I became more confident, and I fell in love with fitness, and I really love what I'm doing, and I have found so much purpose in it. But I don't think that coaching is just for doing it full time. So anyway, I want to share that. So if you've been interested in learning more about my boot camps, you guys, it's been really cool. A lot of people on Instagram, all of you have been messaging me and emailing me wanting more information, and I honestly think that's where it starts, is just getting more information to see if it's going to be a good fit for you. Same thing with coaching. Like, please don't hesitate. I think reaching out is the hardest part. I always tell that to people who reach out to me saying like, hey, I need to lose weight, or you know, I need this and that. And I always tell them, like, I feel like the hardest part is honestly just reaching out. And then it gets easier in the sense of mindset from there, but effort and work ethic is another thing. So please just reach out. I'm here to just share and show you what's possible. So if you work full time and you want to know how to make this work, you totally can, and I would love to teach you how. All right, you guys, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in. Tag a friend, comment below, send me a message. I'm here for you. I just want to show you how you can make coaching a plan A for your health and then a plan B for your finances. And again, this is something you work at. It's not a quick fix. All right, I'll talk to you all later.